all the girls are in a circle, and my ex-girlfriend, she's crying. She's like, Ricky, I just miss you so much. Like, I just want to be with you. Ever since we broke up, all I could think about is you. Are you guys pushing P?
I'm pushing D.
Whoa. Yo, guys. Welcome back to the podcast, episode number 6. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the last and final episode in Texas. Take a quick gander around Snow, give them a little pan of the Airbnb because this is the last episode that's going to be filmed here. I am going to miss this place. Texas, you've been wonderful. We're going to Arizona next. By the time you're watching this, we are going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. We got some actual guests coming on for there. I'm excited for those. Going to be some good ones. But man, Texas, you boys enjoyed it here in Texas?
Dude, we've run in with the cops so many times. I'm ready to get out. Like I've had my time here, right? When you say that,
I'm
BJ?
ready to get out of this state, bro.
Well,
But I love it, though.
Yeah.
I love the people. I love the atmosphere. I'd honestly live here. I mean, nothing bad happened except me getting in trouble with the cops.
Speaking about that, you still have a little unresolved case.
Unresolved case.
It's like a theme throughout the podcast. It's like, is BG's case solved yet? Is it solved? It's still not solved. Bud might go to jail. So that's actually why we have added a new team member. If you haven't seen him, he's been in a couple of the shots as we've been panning back and forth. He is a legend in the game. He is the man, the myth. He's a man.
Absolute legend. He puts the man in mannequin.
And he's here. Let's give him a warm welcome, the new addition to the team. We're going to call him Mr. Man for now, so he doesn't really have a name. But if you guys want to name him, comment down below. And yeah, man, you guys will get to name him. Just comment down below. Whoever has the most likes, I guess that'll be his name probably.
I'm voting for Harib Alsack. I think that's what we should name him.
A lot of people are saying Mike Hawk, too.
Oh.
A lot of good names out there, but try to be creative. We want to do something creative because he's our newest member, newest addition.
We might take him to Arizona, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if we have enough room in our van because if you saw the vlog.
Well, it just depends if BG gets left behind in Texas or not.
Yeah.
If he gets left behind, we got to take him. We needed the co-host.
Well,
so.
that is true. We'll have an open seat, so.
But today, we are starting this podcast out different than any other podcast, my friends. Normally, we end them with fan questions, but today, we are starting with one, and today's question is, I like a girl, but she doesn't like me. What do I do? And this one is coming from NCK, a.k.a. Nick Ireland.
That's a great question, honestly. And personally, I can relate to that. I've been in a very similar, if not the same situation, probably more than once in my life. And it's just not a desirable situation because if you got feelings for someone and they're not reciprocating them, you kind of are left with two options.
Sounds like this question's hitting a little close to home. You sure you're not the one that asked it, bud?
No. It wasn't me.
Oh.
But no, for real though, you're kind of left with two options. It's either you can sit there and you can be you're in the friend zone right now at this point. If you're asking this question, you're in the friend zone. You can either sit there in the friend zone and try to find a way out, try to be the one that makes it out and conquers the friend zone and becomes the one. But most likely that's probably not going to happen. If we're being honest, the statistics say it's not likely to happen. So you're kind of left with just move on with your life and get over it and find another person.
Are you talking to yourself right now, bud?
No, I'm talking to you guys.
Oh, okay. It sounds like you're answering your own question.
No, you guys are taking it too serious. It's not that deep.
Oh, yeah? Sounds like it's pretty deep over there.
You ever try to get out of the friend zone before? Like really push, like, I need to get out. You know you're in the friend zone. You're aware of it, and you're like, I got to get out.
Yeah, like some would say you're trying to get out right now in a certain situation.
And no, I kind of just accepted the L on that one because I'm I'm not gonna reference names here. We're not name dropping here, okay? Not this episode. Caught a little flack from it from someone. But this episode, the friend zone, I don't think it's key to try to fight your way out. You kind of just have to accept it.
And move on in a way, you know?
I think
Move
that's the
on.
best way to get out of it is to just accept it. Because if you were like, oh man, I'm in the friend zone, man, then you're definitely staying. But if you're like, man, I'm in it, I don't even care, and you just put the other person in the friend zone too, then there's a possibility you might come out of it one day because they're like, wait, he's okay with being in the friend zone? He doesn't care? Because every guy always is like, oh, I'm in the friend zone, man. You got to be different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think a bunch of guys put themselves in the friend zone though at first. So it's not just a girl looks at you and it's like, yeah, he's in the friend zone.
Yeah.
I think it's the guy is like, yo, I like this girl. She's cool. She's cute. And then he gives so much attention to her.
Like way
Mm.
too much.
Way too much attention.
And it almost pushes her away in a sense because from the girl's perspective, they see a guy is super clingy, super needy. They just start to get pushed away. They're like, yo, I don't even really know you that much. Why are you acting so close to me? We're just homies. And then she kind of keeps them in that little homie range, the homie zone.
The homie zone.
And that's because, dude, people always want what they don't have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Because say you don't have. So when you're in a relationship, I know you can relate to this. Is when you're in a relationship,
I can't.
a bunch of yeah, we know you can, bro. We know you can't. But when you're in a relationship, it seems like a lot more girls want you. It's so
Mhm.
weird. But then when you're out of it, no girls want you. And it's because like when you're in the relationship, it shows other girls that a girl likes you and you have desirable traits.
Mm-hmm.
But so other girls are in their mind, they're like, yo, wait, what's so good about him?
He
Why
is king. He has
Yeah.
risen.
He's like a hoss.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just human nature because they see it's almost like mob mentality. They see everyone. It's almost kind of like being people with fame. It almost happens easier because they have that social approval automatically. If someone's famous, they just assume that they're a likable, good person, which is not always the case. But when it comes to women, I'm hearing what you're saying.
And dude, women are interesting. None of these rules apply to all of them, which is the weird thing too. But this is like a kind of a generality.
I feel like nowadays, though, bro, the toxic nature of everything, it's going almost out of hand.
Like girls are addicted to boys that don't treat them right.
That don't treat them right. Like, you know the show Euphoria? I haven't watched it, but I know everyone's watching it. I've seen a couple clips here and there, but every clip I see, it's always the guy is like yelling at the girl, and then he'll say something sweet and lovey-dovey, and then they'll just flip sides like right there.
But the girl's like addicted to that feeling of,
It's the highs and the lows, but it keeps them going.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either, but
Yeah.
I also feel as if I think a lot of movies and shows portray that, and we believe that that's how a relationship is, or that's what you should be attracted to
yeah.
in a way. I mean, do you think that as well?
Yeah, I think a lot of shows and TV movies, everything portray that, but I don't think it's the right thing. And I think when we're young, we want something that gives us excitement. So maybe it's high, maybe it's low, you don't know, but people love the uncertainty of it in a way. They're addicted to not knowing. But I think you grow out of that as you literally grow up.
As you grow up and mature.
As you mature, you're like, dude, I don't have time for the immaturity of why did you get so pissed at me that I like left something at the wrong spot. Like as you grow up and mature, you just want someone that's like chill, you can vibe with, and it's not stressful. Like a relationship shouldn't be stressful. And nowadays, dude, I feel like everyone's always like, oh, why am I in this? Why am I in this? It's like, dude, just get out of it if it's causing that much stress.
Yeah, must be nice, man. I can't really relate at the moment.
But how do you feel? I want to know how you feel. Because you're a single man right now, but
Yeah.
you're trying to not be a single man, but you just got out of being
If I'm being
in a relationship, right?
I was in a relationship about like half a year ago, maybe a little bit more than half a year ago. But at the moment, I honestly there's times where I think I want a relationship. Like the new Spider-Man just came out a little bit ago. I'm like, yo, it'd be kind of dope to go to the movies with Shawty and go watch a movie, and then we can eat some popcorn and cuddle and do all this stuff.
Popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn. And then there's times like that where it'd be nice, but then there's also times where we're doing this whole YouTube thing. We're literally on the road, away from home, and we're on the road for like a year. And there's times where I'm so stressed out and I feel like I don't even have enough time for my own stuff, where I'm kind of glad I don't have a girlfriend. Because not that it adds stress, but it takes up time. And sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time for myself. And then not having enough time will stress me out.
I would say it definitely takes time. A lot of people tell me before I got into it, and I think it's just a saying. It's like a part-time job. Like you have to dedicate a lot of time to make a relationship work. And I think if you don't think you have the time, then you shouldn't be in one, because it's almost unfair to the other person in a way. Like before you get into it, if things happen, like we were in relationships before we hit the road. But if like I was like talking to a girl and then I was about to go on the road, I'd be like, yo, I don't want to put you through this, because who knows what happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It definitely gets tough when you're like that.
Because I know that happened to you in your first relationship. That's the reason why you guys ended up not being together, right? Is that something you want to talk about? I know you're allowed.
Yeah, I can talk about it. I don't think she's watching. I don't think she cares.
Well, even if she is.
we're cool now. But
Fudge her.
yeah, I'm gonna say it.
I said fudge, so everyone that thought I cussed, no, I said fudge, like the brownie, okay? That's what I say.
All right, so yeah, I don't mean to get like negative or anything, but everyone right here, Snow behind the camera, Brandon, Ricky, everyone's in a relationship right now except for your boy NCK. And when me, Ricky, and Rohan went and did the road trip across the U.S. back in 2018 for the first time, I was in a relationship, and when we started hitting the road and we were away for about a month, she broke up with me over text, kind of out of nowhere, and it was kind of...
It affected you big, bro. I remember. Like, we were in Las Vegas in a hotel.
Yeah.
Nick started breaking down. He tried to hide it because he didn't want to, like, ruin the vibes. We were on a road trip on a tour.
I think Rohan knew what
Rohan
happened to
knew,
me.
and I think you talked to him a little bit, but I think you went out of the room and you just had to, like, clear your mind. But I saw it affected you.
Definitely affected me big time. But
But
I mean, that was my first relationship too, though. I feel like your first relationship, your first heartbreak, it wasn't even the longest relationship. It was a couple months, if I'm being honest. But still, the feeling that someone likes you and then you like them back and you start building a relationship or whatever together, and then they say they don't want to be with you anymore, dude, it kind of just, your heart just drops. And if you've been talking to them for even longer, I wasn't talking to her for that long, but if I was, I feel like it'd be even harder because you're so used to that feeling of talking
Of
to that
just
person.
regularly talking to them, regularly even being with them, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like the first breakup's the hardest.
Definitely the first breakup, I feel like, is definitely the hardest because you have no idea what to expect. But I feel like eventually you're gonna go through it. So it's almost like the sooner you learn, the better. Because
You got to learn at some point. It's very rare that someone has, like, one relationship and it's like, that's it forever.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know any stories like that. I mean, I'm sure there are stories, but definitely very
Very rare. I think you can learn a lot about your first relationship as well.
dude, relationships in
It's
general.
yeah, you learn so much. I think it's key. I think it's key to be in a relationship so that you can learn what you do and what you don't like, and not just turn it off, you know?
What do you mean?
I would say, like, so this is a big thing. Like, all of us being Asian, like, you were even talking about this before you hopped on the pod. All of us being Asian, not to be like, I don't think it's racist in a way, but, like, our parents were very strict. And I know, like, school is very important, and girls aren't the number one priority on the list.
Doctor now.
Yeah, you got to become the
Sorry,
doctor.
I had
Then
to,
you
I
can
had to.
become Mary. Then, and you need to marry smart girl that go to college, had a 4-year degree.
And the Asian girl, the best.
Oh, yes, very. You need the
I disagree. I had to disagree with that one though.
But whoa, But yeah,
Nothing wrong. Nothing. I'm just, everyone has their preference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't got no type.
Mm.
I do.
And only that I like.
I definitely do think I have a type though.
Oh, bro, come
Oh,
on.
we know.
You know what I mean? Come on, let's show all the people, girls he's talked to. They all look the same. Let's be honest, bro.
Chill.
I'm just being real, man.
Chill.
All right.
Sure.
I'm playing, but for real though. What was I saying?
Asian strict.
You're saying
Asian.
Asian parents.
Culture.
The Asian culture. Was it relationship? They say don't get in a relationship. Don't get in a relationship. But I think it is key to get in a relationship. Maybe not like make that your main goal when you're young. Just vibe, and if it happens, it happens. But don't shut your mind off to the idea completely, because it's not a bad thing, bro. And you can only date someone young when you're young too. You know what I'm saying?
Young love.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with young love, but I feel like young love it's a thing. Like when you're young and in love, it's different than when you're 30 and you meet some woman. It's a full-grown woman when you're 30.
Yeah.
Because y'all been through some life. When you're young, you're like, you could experience everything together forever. Like new things. Like, if so
I
cool.
think it's key when you're young. Eventually, hate to say it, but chances are, statistics say, you will get your heart broken in your life, and it's almost better to learn while you're young and you don't have as many responsibilities and you're kind of just vibing. And if you're talking to some girl and then she breaks your heart, yeah, it's going to suck. But imagine how much more it would suck if you're out of college, you're paying rent in an apartment, and then it happens. It's like your whole world is kind of crumbling in. But once you've gone through it, I feel like it gets a little bit easier. It still sucks every time.
It still sucks every time. But I can't lie. Every time after a breakup or every time after I stopped talking to a girl I liked, I just hossed up after. Literally became just went so hard in life after. It motivated me. I was like, I'll show you. I'll prove you that you messed up.
Didn't you say after you broke up with your ex-girlfriend, didn't you say that was right before?
Right before, yes.
We popped off on YouTube.
Right before. This is actually a crazy story. I got to tell you guys this. I got to tell you. So literally.
Please do.
So this was my first girlfriend, first kiss. Like, I thought I was so in love. I was like, yes, because I didn't know any better. I was like 15, and I dated her, and we dated for 2 years. 2 years, man.
From 15 to 17.
15 to 17. That's a long time. That's like, 13, 14%. If I'm math's right, it better be right because I'm Asian.
14% of what?
14% of my life at the time.
Oh, okay.
You didn't even know, bro. Come on now.
No, I did. I
But-
didn't want to assume, though.
So we dated for 2 years, and I probably realized a year in that it wasn't the right thing, but I was just in it, and I was used to the relationship. I didn't want to break up, and I didn't know how to break up. I was
Dude,
just
it's
kind of
hard.
I was like, bro, she loves me, and she thinks that I love her, and it was tough,
You
man.
didn't want to hurt her, right?
Didn't want to hurt her
yeah,
because I cared.
bro. That's big.
I'm also 17, and I'm like, dude, I needed to have a girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
I just felt like I needed a girlfriend. I don't know why, myself at the time. But 17, then I was just like, yo, this is affecting me too much. I don't want to throw any shade. Yo, if she's watching, hope you're doing good in life, For real, I do hope you're doing good.
Okay.
Definitely not watching. But, yeah, man, I just decided it was the right time for me to move on. You get that feeling.
Mhm. Like,
Because we've all had to break. Have you broken up with someone before?
Yeah.
Have you?
we broke up, but I don't think
Oh, you didn't say it.
like.
It was like
It was more like she kind of, but like we both agreed.
she brought it up.
I've had it both
Like,
ways. I've
she
gotten
kind of ended it, I guess.
I've gotten
Oh.
broken up with, and I've broken up with someone.
Dang.
They both suck.
Yeah,
Let's
they both
be
suck.
honest.
It's not easy, like, because the other one, it catches you off guard. If they break up with you, you're like, whoa, and it's never happened to me, but like I'm just can assume it's like, whoa,
I
out of
think-
nowhere.
I think it affects you more if the other person breaks up with you because you're not expecting it.
Mhm.
And that's where I felt bad, though. I felt bad. I was like, yo, she doesn't know this is coming, and how do I bring it up? But eventually, I just had to be honest with her. I was like, yo, I don't see ourselves marrying each other, so why are we gonna be together? Like, it was so tough, but that's why I date. I date to marry. It's not like, for me, it's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna have a fun time. I'd rather just be your friend.
Ooh, okay.
That's my views on that, honestly.
Good outlook.
Like, why would I don't know, if I know I'm gonna break up with you in 2 years, it's like,
But keep telling. You never got to the point where we
Yeah.
popped off on YouTube.
yeah, so this happens. I tell her, I'm like, yo, we gotta break. I didn't say it like that. I said, hey, we got to break up. So we break up.
Is that? I want the exact words because
I sat her down.
Like, how
after,
did it come up? Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, we were at school, and there was like a couple days in a row we didn't even see each other. So it was just
Oh, it's awkward tension already.
There's an awkward tension just because I wasn't making any effort anymore. And one day, she was like walking, and
she was walking. That's absolutely insane.
she was walking, and I said, "Hey,
Hey, girl.
hey, girl, how you been?" And she was like, "I've been doing all right." And then I said, "We need to talk."
Ricky, why you been so quiet lately?
Basically, yeah. I said, "We need to talk." I sat her down on a bench, like right outside the school, and I said, "Yo, I don't think this is it." I said something like, "I don't think we're vibing with each other anymore." no.
Yo,
That's messed up. That's messed up.
You did not say that.
That's dirty.
I didn't say it like that. I know I didn't say it like. I said it probably like. I don't know what I said. I probably said like, "Hey, yo, like, we're about to graduate. We were about to graduate. It was like we had one more semester, and we were about to go on winter break. And I don't know. I was like, I'm probably not going to see you, and you're probably not going to see me, and it's just, we don't seem like we like each other that much." And she kind of understood. She was heartbroken though. She was definitely sad. I think she got comfortable in the relationship, but I just told her like we gotta end it. So we end it, and I'm not even kidding. 2 weeks later, Nick and I filmed the overnight in Target video. It blew up. Literally the video that put us on the map on YouTube. We went from, so I broke up with her right before winter break. My winter break was like a month long. And we had maybe less than 1,000 subscribers before winter break when I broke up with her. Came back from winter break, 100,000+ subscribers.
Ooh.
Literally like walked back into school like, dude,
Legend.
I'm the man, like the legend. Like everyone was
Living
like
legend.
throwing like coin, not really.
You
but
walked
like,
in, theme song came on. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Yeah, it was just crazy, and that's it. I thought it was over. I was like, yo, I proved her wrong. I felt good. I can't lie. I was feeling a little cocky.
Does the story end there? though?
Doesn't end there. So I didn't learn my lesson with her. So me being in that relationship, right, boys?
Wait, hold up. Wait, why did you break up again with her?
It just we weren't.
You weren't vibing?
You just didn't see yourself
I
in
didn't
the
see myself
future.
marrying her.
In the future with
True.
her, so.
Yeah, I know you're saying.
It's like, bro, like, okay, I can be with you for a little bit longer, but why?
if you know, why not just make a decision right then and there?
Because then I can just experience other stuff.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like you're holding yourself back, kind of.
And dude, like, if you really want a relationship to work, you got to put in effort. And I was like, dude, I put in so much effort in the beginning, and I didn't get the same effort back, and it made me lose a lot of feelings. I was like, dude, what am I doing?
And like, why would you keep putting effort in
Yeah. So
If-
that's where
if you know it's not gonna go anywhere?
exactly, and that's where I messed up. I should have realized like she did that. I moved on with my life, but no. So this is where it gets weird. After we blew up on YouTube, legit, I didn't talk to girls for probably 2.5 years. We were just focused on YouTube, grinding. I don't know about Nick, but I really didn't. Like, I don't even think I DM'd anyone at all.
I think I got in my relationship about the time you broke up.
Yeah, Nick was like, oh, boom, we popped up. Oh,
no,
all the girls
bro,
like that, bro.
no, we were talking
I was
before
like,
that. We
uh-uh.
were talking before that. Or she didn't. She wasn't about anything about views or YouTube. She was about that life.
So it was tough. So 2 to 3 years go on, and this point we're at like probably 2 or 3 mil on YouTube. So whenever I go up to a girl, it's not like they know me, but as soon as we start talking about, oh, what college do you go? What do you do?
IBP University.
Yeah, it's like I talk about IBP. They're like, oh, you're a YouTuber, and I never know. It's so tough. Like clout, it's so weird to talk about because you don't know if a girl is using you for the wrong reasons, especially nowadays, bro. I feel like so many people just, you know what I mean? I feel like you can tell that or no?
Yeah.
It's hard to decipher.
Yeah, and I feel like you were saying earlier before we hopped on here, you're saying that your girlfriend, wait, not your current girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend, she liked you before before we popped off on YouTube or anything.
Yeah, she was the only girl that I liked and that like I was in a relationship with before YouTube. So I was like, yo, she really likes me for me. Because before, what was I doing? I was just a high schooler.
Yeah, and it's almost kind of hard when you're in that situation because that girl, that's kind of the only girl that you know that likes you for you. That you know ever. Because once you pop off, that's kind of, it's almost part of your identity. People know whether it's subconsciously or consciously. It definitely adds a level of attraction.
Mhm.
Just seeing someone successful and doing their thing, even if I see a successful woman, it's definitely more attractive than some girl who's a bum.
Yeah.
You know, like someone who has their life together, they're making a name for themselves. It's just attractive.
is.
One of the most attractive things, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so dude, I was just like, dude, she knew me before. So one day I happened to be back in town, back in Florida, and I go to a party with some mutual friends. We're all hanging out, and lo and behold, she's there. 2 years later, I think I'm like
Oh,
19.
boy.
Dirty dog,
Here it
dirty
comes. What
dog.
happens
Maybe
next?
20. And I think y'all know where this one goes. But so we're there, we're all hanging out.
Hey, Ricky.
We're all having like a bonfire outside.
I miss you, Ricky. Well, I don't know if she talks like that, but that's what it
That's
just
pretty
I'm
close,
assuming.
pretty accurate. Can't lie. But so all the boys are outside having a bonfire. All the girls are inside, like hanging out, doing girl stuff, whatever they do.
So you were inside.
No, I was outside, bro. You were inside, bro.
I was not at the party.
Yeah, you weren't.
Chill.
Okay, so we were outside, all the boys, and then I just hear a girl scream, "Ricky, you need to come in!"
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
No.
Like it wasn't her. It wasn't my ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
It was one of her friends, and they were like, "Ricky, you need to come in now." And I was like, "All right, here we go. Here we go." So I walk in. All the girls are in a circle, and my ex-girlfriend, she's crying. She's like, "Ricky, I just miss you so much. Like, I just want to be with you. Ever since we broke up, all I could think about is you." And it's in the middle of the party, so it's low-key kind of awkward, bro.
Wait, why are they in a circle around your ex?
They were in a circle. No, they were all like in a circle talking. You know
Okay,
how girls
okay.
be? And she was on the side.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
And so I walk in there, and she's crying, and everyone's like, all her friends are like looking at me like, "Dude,
Do
like
something."
fix this, bro." I was like, "Bro, I haven't been dating her for 2.5 years, bro. That's why I got out of this."
What is there to fix?
So I go up to her and I feel bad because I still I care about her. You know?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that was
You're a good
two-
guy.
That
You're
was
a good
2 years
guy.
of my life. Like I don't want to embarrass her in front of everyone and be like, "Bro, solve it yourself." So I go up to her. I like put her head on my shoulder, and I'm like, keep in mind, this is not when I am in a new relationship. I was single at the time. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm like, you know,
Petting her like a dog. It looks like.
no. I'm like calming her down.
Wait,
you
want
know
me to
what I'm
read
saying?
it? Here.
Yeah, come here, BG. So I'm like this. I'm like, "Hey, it's okay. And okay, this is, it's okay. Hey, it's gonna be okay. You're okay. I know you miss me. I know I'm the best. I know. I wasn't saying that, but so I'm just like calming her down, and then I calm her down, and it's like midnight. We all go back home. Doesn't end there. I text her the next day. I say, "Hey, I just want to make sure you're doing good."
Okay.
And then she texts me. She's
Good
like,
guy. What a great
Yeah,
guy,
good
man.
guy.
she texted me. She's like, "Hey, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for last night. I'm so sorry about last night." And this is where I mess up. The crucial mistake.
You
I
fell in-
shouldn't have.
You fell in the trap.
I should have ended it there. You know what I did? I say, "You want to go grab some dinner tonight?"
There's where it recycles, baby.
Oh,
The restart right there.
because it was a little bit of excitement. I hadn't talked to a girl. I was like, you know,
Yeah.
the hormones, the testosterone's going. I'm like,
Well, it seems like it's going right now. Chill.
nah. But so we
you
go.
end up going and get some dinner.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is true, but I was telling myself at the time, "Hey, you're going there just to make sure she's okay and so she can have some closure." Get there, start flirting, start hitting things off again.
Mm.
She starts saying, "Hey, if we got back together, I would do everything better. I would be the best for you." And I was like, "Oh, really?"
That's dangerous, I feel
And dude, it was like, like I said, anyone can say this, but the actions, that's what matters.
Yeah.
But I bit like a fish for some bait. like that. And man, I just bit hard. So I bite, and we're hanging out. We keep hanging out the next day. Next week, a couple weeks go by, and I'm like,
Couple weeks?
yeah. I'm like, you wanna be my girlfriend again?
No way.
Did
You
you say
asked her
that?
again?
Yeah. I asked her again.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
for real?
yeah.
I
Whoa.
did
I
not
didn't
know
even tell you
this.
this.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not
Crazy.
know this.
Yeah, because I was like, bro, this is good. It was good.
Of course,
It was like the honeymoon phase all over
Honeymoon,
again.
it was like a restart.
the
Yeah.
honeymoon phase. It's always good. I feel like in the beginning, because you kind of ignore the real world and what it actually is and kind of what happens,
Mm-hmm.
and you're infatuated.
Logic and reason go out the window. You will do things that you've never done before when you're in the honeymoon phase. You will you'll do anything. You know what I'm saying, BG?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Like, have you done some stuff?
Done some stuff. I don't know if I could name it, but I've done probably some stuff.
I feel like everyone does stuff when you're in the honeymoon phase, though, because you're trying to win the person over.
Yeah.
Kinda. You're trying to win them over and get them to like you, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. You're definitely.
I don't know. What do you mean by stuff? Just you go out of your way to do things?
No, but I'm saying I think it's important to keep what you do in the honeymoon stage forever. But it's hard because you're so initially excited, everything's new. But I feel like a lot of people get used to in comfortable relationships and they stop doing what they did to win the girl, and then that's how you lose it.
Yeah. Yeah. What's a better way of explaining is you're putting in so much effort in the beginning and then it starts to fall.
Mm-hmm.
But what it should be is, I mean, yeah, put a bunch of effort in the beginning or maybe put in like a good amount of effort, not like you're maximizing your full potential.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that ends quickly. So you're
Mhm.
showing a lot of energy, but keeping that energy throughout the whole relationship.
Like a
Steady.
steadiness.
Yeah, like
So crucial.
treat them like you're supposed to. There's a quote about treating the person like you're trying to win them over every single day still.
That's
And
so
a lot of
key.
people, when they get in a relationship, I feel like once they got them, they ask them to be their girlfriend, and then the effort kind of just dips down because they're like, "Yo, I got him now. Now what?"
You're like, yo, I'm locked in. I'm
But you
good.
got to keep the spark burning, the flame ignited, the
Yeah.
fire raging.
You don't want it to be like a boom firework and then it's done. You want it to be like a steady bonfire.
Oh.
Steady fire,
That
yeah.
you keep adding logs to.
You keep adding logs.
slowly.
Yeah.
You tend that fire.
Mhm.
You just add one log at the beginning. You get it big. It's gonna die quick.
Yeah.
You got to keep on adding them logs.
You can light a match with some grass, some dry grass, and boom, it'll light up. Boom, so quick.
Mhm.
But then fizzles out after a couple minutes.
You got to keep tending it. That's crucial.
But if you build that foundation of logs, you need the big, nice logs
Mhm. Yep.
to burn.
Every
Big.
once in a while, a little bit of gasoline don't hurt either.
Well, gasoline don't hurt.
Like, and you know what I mean by gasoline? Like you go
I
do
don't
something
know.
crazy, and that's what I'm about to tell you. I did something crazy that I
Oh.
shouldn't have done.
Let's hear it.
You're trying to make it interesting, spice
Yeah.
it up a bit.
So
Ian.
we're going back together, and I'm like, yo, I'm feeling the vibes. So I'm like, hey, I randomly say, hey, you want to go to Hawaii?
Oh, yo, a whole tank of gasoline, baby.
Out of nowhere, I was like, bro, I was feeling good. Because, dude,
Yo,
before this,
I wish I got asked that question.
I hadn't, dude, when Nick and I were filming YouTube for when we blew up for those 2 to 3 years where I didn't talk to girls, I'm not even kidding. We spent almost no money. We stayed at home. Our mom made us food. I would tweak about even buying going out and buying a Chipotle bowl for myself.
And
It
don't
was
even think about getting the guac.
I never even thought about that. Like,
Nah.
it was so crazy, but that has nothing to do with this. I think it just built up, and I was like, yo, I'm down to do something crazy. So I asked her, want to go to Hawaii? What do you think she says?
Yeah.
Dude, who's saying no to going to a trip to Hawaii? And you offered to pay, right?
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, for sure. And you know what I do? You know, that's not us.
What do you do?
I could have gone on, booked a hotel. I could have gone on, booked a regular Airbnb. You know what I do?
Even a nice one you could have booked.
Even a nice. You know what I do?
What do you do?
I go on Airbnb, and I'll tell you, every time I go on Airbnb, I sort from lowest to highest. This time, highest to lowest. And I click the most expensive Airbnb. I'm telling you, this Airbnb was on the water. Hammock above the waves, my guy.
Oh.
This Airbnb was on the show Hawaii Five-0. Literally, one of the top shows back in the day.
Can we get how much was it per night?
I'll tell you the total. You want to know the total price of this trip?
Yep.
Sure.
15 plus.
Ooh,
1,000.
15 plus thousand.
15,000 plus.
Wow.
The Airbnb,
dropped
the
the- you-
Airbnb was,
You
I
dropped
think,
the used Toyota Camry on this trip, huh?
yeah, no, literally, I think the Airbnb was $2,000 or $3,000 a night, and we stayed there for 4 nights.
Oh, a night? 2 to 3?
A night.
2 to
Yo.
3,000 a night.
It was bad, bro.
You
That's
know?
wild.
It was bad, bro. I'm just thinking about all the Chipotle bowls I could have bought.
And back when Ricky went on this trip to Hawaii, this was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Maybe 3.
When Ricky went on the trip to Hawaii, I remember him asking me before he went. He's like, "Yo, should I go to Hawaii with this girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. If you want to, you like her, a little trip to Hawaii. We've been grinding hard on YouTube. Treat yourself."
Mhm.
I didn't know he was treating him that nice. I had no idea how much it was gonna be, but I don't think it's
I just felt, dude, I felt like we hadn't taken a break in like 3 years, and I just wanted to enjoy. So I was like, boom, and I did it, and then we go, and this is where it got weird, man. I did everything in Hawaii, like literally everything, bro. You guys want to know what I did?
Yeah, what does everything
What are
mean?
the
I've never been.
adventures?
We fly over there. I'm paying for the tickets. We go on a helicopter ride
Oh.
over the whole place,
That's
and
sick.
not the cheap one, like the upgraded one that's like extra long, like extra 30 minutes, And then we go to the aquarium where they film 50 First Dates, where they literally the trainers are riding dolphins. They're literally riding them.
What?
It's like a movie, bro.
Well, it was a movie actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went to dinner every night. We went to a luau.
I don't know what that is, but sounds
So people
Hawaiian.
dancing, right?
People dancing, they serve you food, everything.
Pretty much, you're blowing racks, having the time of your life.
Oh, I had no limit. Like normally when I'm going out, I'm like, dude, I'm very like, yeah. This, I left no limit on the line. I said anything. And that's where I think I messed up, bro. Because after the trip, I get back home. First off, I look at the credit card statement. I'm like, dang, bro. Dang. But then I also look back on the trip itself, and I was like, dude, that wasn't like the most magical, best time ever. It just wasn't. It felt like all those things needed to happen for it to even be okay. Like all the extras.
I feel like it's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
If
You
you
know?
need to do a bunch of extra stuff to make the time enjoyable or
Mhm.
feel like you're not wasting your time and that you're having a nice, good time with someone, that's not key. I feel like you should be able to do the most mundane things. Just hang out, sit on the couch and talk,
Vibe.
watch a little movie, go on a little drive. And if those times are good,
Dude, then the other times are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's something I was like, dude, if I grow up, say I'm like 30 and I'm sitting on the couch with this girl, bruh, it's not going to be enjoyable. So I'm just being real, bro. Like, and that Hawaii trip, we're 19, 20 years old. We have unlimited budget. That's what I told myself in my mind, doing the craziest stuff. That trip got to be a 10 out of 10, 10 diamonds, like everything.
11 out of 10.
It felt like a 4, like a 5,
Damn.
you know?
I've never been to Hawaii, but Hawaii just seemed...
Hawaii's great, but
If I went to Hawaii
her?
with anyone, even someone I don't like, I feel like I'd still have an amazing time because
Yeah.
you're in Hawaii. Magical,
I
bro.
still had a great time. But
Oh.
I was just like, dude, I should have had the best time.
Yeah.
Because, dude, if that's got to be the best time ever.
If that's not an amazing time, then what would be?
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
to ask yourself.
Yeah, I want to be able to, like, go to the grocery store and have the best time of my
That's
life.
so key, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
A
Like,
girl that...
and I have
it's
those
like-
times now. That's how I know it's good. I didn't ever have those times before.
Now you're there, man. Must be nice.
But it took a lot of trial and error over the years, you know?
Wait, so what happened after the Hawaii trip?
Oh,
where
okay.
you
Yeah.
Yeah.
got
So
home?
after we get home, I was like, dang, bro, I got to do this again.
You send her a little invoice.
No, I hate doing it. I hate doing it over text. I feel like that's not like a man.
Doing what over text?
Like breaking up over text.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a call even. I got it. So I had to be in person. I asked her to dinner. I took her to dinner. We ate dinner, and then after I was like, yo.
You brought her to dinner knowing you were gonna break up with her after?
I feel like that was right, bro. Like I spent so much time with her. I wasn't just gonna say, hey, we're done. I took her out, and it was like good, and I said, hey, like you gotta go live your life. I gotta go live mine. But I'm thankful for all the memories, and I don't see us marrying each other. And that was always the thing I said. Like, and once you hit that, if you don't see him marrying, there's no point. Just be friends.
Yeah. Like, there's no point in putting effort in when you know it's going nowhere. Like, if you might as well just call it quits.
It's
right then.
but that was such a young age, that you thought that.
Yeah, but yeah.
But like, how could you know that, Or how could
also,
you really
I was so
think
young,
that?
so I was like, man, I just want to experience too. Like, this was the first girl. Maybe there's more. But I was always torn between. This is the only girl that knew me before the fame, before the success.
Yeah, it's a weird, interesting feeling. I don't know if too many people can relate, but
But I had that feeling with my first girlfriend,
Yeah.
and it was this girl really knows who I am, and really knows me for me, and I can
Mhm.
be myself. I can be my weird, awkward self, and just like be chilling and be like, I am that. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like you
no
can
filter.
you can just do whatever. And then I, after like leaving that relationship and trying to go into a different one, I couldn't do that right away. You know, so
You have a filter in your mind. You're like, I have to be this normal, like a
like
little
be
bit.
normal until they're accepting of me, which is to a point. Like obviously I'm not gonna be weird and my like I'm just like weird.
Nah,
I
bro,
think we
you're
all have
weird.
everybody has
We're
a
all-
weirdness.
We
you
all
know?
very
I
weird.
feel like everyone in life almost is kind of weird.
Yeah,
You know, everyone they got their own kind of weird.
sometimes you don't show it to certain people, but and then also what was trouble from an ex is you like to compare it to your next.
Yeah.
Dang, she doesn't have this attribute, but she has this attribute. And I
Video
think that's
game?
like something that ran through my mind. I don't know if that was something that ran through your guys' mind, but
I don't know if I ever maybe subconsciously I did, but I feel like in the first relationship I always look back on it and I'm like, dude, if any girl that has a trait that I didn't like in her, I am like, nope, that's not it. That's not
Yeah.
it. Like if I can't vibe with them, if I can't, there's some specific things like in my head that are like, yo, we need to be able to relate on specific topics.
I feel like you learn sometimes the most when you get out of a relationship. You learn some when you're in it, but especially when you get out, it's a big reflecting time, and you can just kind of sit there and think about what you did right and wrong, and then sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
you'll get there, NCK.
You'll
Don't
get
worry,
there, bro.
man.
It just takes time.
Like, seeing-
BG's 23. I'm 22. You're still 19, bro.
Yeah.
19? That's exactly when I made this mistake.
So
like
I'm bound for a nice juicy mistake soon.
Well,
I
the cool,
think
the
I'm
cool part about that is you don't have to make the same mistake. You can learn from me.
What
Just don't spend 15 racks on your ex-girlfriend going to Hawaii, okay, bud?
What if I wanted to blow some racks in Hawaii though?
Then do it, but just know. Just be okay with that decision. I don't regret it though, because that was a $15,000 investment into my future marriage. Small price to pay.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
Like, bro, you know?
But what I was trying to say was,
Didn't have to cost that much though.
yeah, you definitely went a little. Hey, but at least you had a good time.
It was good.
What I was trying to say though is, when you get out of a relationship, you reflect on yourself, and you also reflect on the person that you are with. Like you look at them and you think about, I like those traits that they had, and then the traits that they had that weren't so good. You're kind of wary of when you go look for a new partner.
Mm.
Yeah,
Or
it's
if-
like it shows in those like the people that like if you're looking for somebody new, you can instantly see it right away.
Yeah.
Like a red flag. It's like,
Red
oh,
flag.
nah, sorry. Can be my friend.
Dude, what are some red flags? I want to know. I want to know what you guys think
My
about.
biggest one is probably, for me, it was controlling. Is a
If
big
they're
one.
controlling,
Yeah.
like they don't want to let you hang out with your friends or.
Yeah. Or like you can't even like hang out with a girl that's like my good friend, you know?
Mm.
But I think that comes with maturity. I think at a young age, like jealousy is a huge thing, and it really depends on what you've been through. But
Oh, I
And
can
trust.
I can go
And
in.
trust, you know what I'm
because I have
saying?
a different viewpoint. I don't know. Mine's a little.
and it's big.
You got to
for
be
me.
able to fully. You got to be able to fully trust your partner to know that they will never do anything. Because if you don't, you're literally gonna be stressing for the rest of your life, and it's like eating away at you. If you're like, oh, they're out. Oh, what are they doing?
and
You got to be able to fully trust.
you trust them, but you kind of almost realize that if they're gonna do something, they're kind of gonna do it. Like, it's not really in your hands. It is to a point, but if someone wants to cheat on you, they're kind of gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
Feel?
And if they cheat on you, it's like, dude, like you messed up. You lost me. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that mindset too. Like, you lost me, take that out. If a girl ever cheats, I don't give them another chance. I don't care. That's how I am, bro. Because it's like, you did it once, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, bro. You ain't fooling me twice. Even though I did hut in Hawaii. Sorry.
But she didn't cheat though. She didn't cheat.
She didn't cheat, though. She never cheated.
But
So.
if a girl does cheat, you just gotta look at her and say, "It is what it is," and then just walk away.
Yeah. Because if you imagine you don't throw a fit and you're just like, man, it is what it is. You move on and you boss up in life. Oh, bro,
She'd
I
be like-
guarantee she going to be thinking about you for the rest of your life.
She's like, "Yo, why did he not care that
Yeah.
I just cheated on him? Did he not actually like me? Did he,
Mm-hmm.
or did he not?"
Dang, yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
did you just say why doesn't she care that? Say that again.
I don't know. It depends on the situation. I feel like every situation is different. But if a girl cheats on you and then you don't get all mad and you're kind of just like,
Okay,
right.
okay.
it's kind of just like a boss move.
Yeah, yeah. She's
Like,
like, what the?
She's like, he doesn't even care. He just moved on like that.
But if she
She's
thinks like that, she's kind of messed up in the head because she should be like,
why would
"Oh,
she
I
cheat on
messed
you in the
up."
first place, right?
Yeah, you know.
yeah, she cheated on you for this place.
I ain't rocking with cheating. Cheating, not.
Would
Not
you
it.
rather
I ain't
find
rocking.
out
I ain't
from
rocking.
somebody, some like your boy's like, yo, I
Oh.
think it happened, or she's like, yo, Nick, I like she's like, yo, Nick, I want to tell you this. I made a mistake. I love you, and I would never do it again, but I cheated on you.
Dude, that is a tough question.
Or third option, you walk in.
no,
Oh, no.
that is the absolute
Oh, I
worst.
low-key want to, like, if it would be, I'll walk in right there. Boom. On site.
You beat the guy up.
No, I won't even beat the guy. I'd be like this. Take
Yeah,
that
you
out.
go like
just,
this?
I'd be like this. Take that out, bro. You can stay with it. And if it was in my place, I would pick up all the stuff, throw it out the window. If it was at her place, I'd be like, you just hut it hard, boost. And then I would go so hard. 10 mil on YouTube, 20 mil on the podcast, every episode.
I feel like, not that I would never want that to happen to anyone. I feel like that's a terrible feeling. But
Man, yeah.
if you walk in on that, I feel like it makes the decision almost easier to make, though. Because you're kind of just scarred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if the girl was super apologetic and she's like, yo, babe, I made a mistake. I'll never do it again. I don't know what I was thinking. All this and that. You kind of sit there and you might think to yourself a little bit. You might consider.
Yeah.
But if you walk in on it, you're like, oh, nah, bro. Nah, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. There's no way. Mentally, like, every time you blink, boom, boom. Like, that's got to be scarring, you know?
But
Oh
I
my
think in
goodness.
reality, the first two things I said is it's usually how it goes. You
Yeah.
either find out from one of your boys or a rumor, or she tells you. Which one do you think is harder?
I feel like it's harder when she tells you because, like, you have respect. You're like, dang, she had the respect to tell me in person. Like, I got to
Yeah.
respect her for that a little bit, but
I don't know.
they both suck equally. I feel
Yeah,
like.
they both suck. I wouldn't want to be in a situation. I'll leave it at that. They both suck. I don't want to think about that.
Like, if you're going to cheat, just tell the person, just break up with them.
Yeah,
Just,
that's
you know,
where I'm
just,
at.
like, just say, even, you know, just say, man, it's over. If you're even thinking about cheating, it's over, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, cause you gotta, if you're thinking like that, I don't know if you're 1, 2, 5, 10 years in a relationship, and you're thinking about it, it's like, bro, you gotta still be living the rest of your life, and you're not gonna, cause your thoughts become what you do, what you do, bro. Like, for real. If you focus on the person, all you do is want to show them love, you're gonna fall in love with them more. But if you're like, oh, there might be something better out there, you're gonna fall out of love, bro. Cause your mind is, you're talking your mind every day, like, there might be something better, might be something better. You just gotta fully commit until something happens. So hard though. 'Cause you don't know, like, if this is the one, if it's not. Till
It's
you're
such
like
a
deep
weird
in.
position to be, especially when you're young, man. Because when you're young, you feel there's so much more to learn, explore, and experience. And you're left in a position where, if you get in a relationship when you're super young and you're kind of growing up, you kind of wonder, yo, what's out there? Not that I've been in that position, but I would.
I mean, you're kind of
Imagine.
in that position though, because you're so young. Like, it's crazy to think that Nick, we have what, 4 years on
4
Nick.
years. I got 3.
I have 4 years on Nick. I have a whole undergrad college experience over Nick. It was crazy because it came up earlier last week. Nick and I were talking. I don't know what we were talking about, but I was like, yo,
Girl.
bro, I have 4 years on you. Dude, that's crazy to
Yeah.
think about. But Nick is a very mature guy for
You're
his
definitely
age.
mature for your age. I would
Very
say.
mature guy.
You said very immature.
No, very mature.
Yeah.
You're very mature for your age.
I'm mature. I feel like when it matters, like it's good to be a kid.
Yeah.
You gotta always stay a little bit immature.
Sometimes you are really a kid.
Chill.
Sometimes.
For real, bro.
When?
Well, that one night we were riding scooters downtown.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that, BG.
I know.
But I think, dude, if you find someone that you really love, even if you're young, I don't think you should ever let someone tell you shouldn't be in it. Cause, dude, I don't think there's anything better than if you know that's the one and you're in it, then dude, you get to experience so many new things with them when you're young. Versus like when you're older, you might have experienced so many things instead of like growing from the bottom. It's kind of cool. Both
It
are
is kind of cool.
But imagine you grow someone, like you guys are both young and you grow like this together and you grow like an empire and it's like, dang, we knew each other when we were young. It's kind of cool.
And all those experiences kind of bonds you closer and closer together as you grow.
Because, like, Hawaii has, like, a little stain on it for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've
Like,
never
imagine
been.
you look at this experience. You do it first time this with the girl, first time that with the girl. You're always going to remember that first time a little bit, even if it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I don't know. It's tough, but it's hard to find, like, the perfect person.
it's hard to
for you.
find. And I feel like social media makes it even harder because a lot of young people in relationships, they might have a little fight here and there, and they see all these perfect in quotation marks relationships on social media, and it kind of screws with your expectations of what a relationship is. Like, even when I was not in one and I'd never been in one, I thought relationships were all just, if you're in one, you're happy, everything's all perfect, butterflies and rainbows.
Like, nothing's bad.
Like, nothing was ever wrong. I thought two people, they were just always vibing together. But then as I grow up and I actually got in like an actual one, I realized relationships have ups and downs, and work needs to be put in, and they're not perfect. They're far from perfect. Even the most perfect relationships are not perfect.
Yeah. I mean, that's said pretty
That was
well. I
well
think
said.
one of the biggest issues I believe and what I've learned, I've only been in one. This is my second relationship, right? So
The one you're
how
in
much,
right now is your second.
how much have I learned? I don't know. I think I've learned a lot, but I think communication is so key.
One of the biggest.
Like, communicate your feelings, communicate how you feel. If my girlfriend's watching this right now, I will communicate how I feel when I need to. Sometimes she says I don't, but I will, though.
It's hard,
But
yeah.
It's hard, though, sometimes, you know?
It's hard because sometimes you don't want to have those tough conversations. You don't want to bring it up because you might feel like you're hurting their feelings. But sometimes that's exactly when you need to bring it up, because if you let it build up, it'll turn into a fight. The fight will get ugly, and then you're still going to feel the same way about those same things. So you might as well just say it while it's just a little tiny thing before it goes into something big.
Yeah, definitely key to cut it off early. As soon as you are feeling some type of way, just say, hey. And don't say it in like something I've learned is don't say it in like a you're wrong, I'm right way. Say it in like a, hey, yo, we're on a team. Like, I want to be the best for us. So
I want to be
the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my.
Oh, you're going in.
But yeah, I think it's key to say it in a uplifting way. If you don't like something that they do, you can say, hey, like talk to them and like, hey, I just don't like it when you do this, but also I want you to help me grow so that we can be better for each other. If there's anything you don't like about me that I can do better, like if I leave this here or you want me to be more responsible in a certain area, but just have a conversation instead of an argument. If you let it build, it turns into an argument. If you cut it off early, it can just be a conversation, like a chill thing. And also something I learned too is you don't have to do this, but if you have a segmented time where you guys let each other go,
Ooh.
like say anything, no filter.
I've heard about this.
Because if
Is that
not,
a thing, bro?
That's a thing.
because if not,
It's like a little vent, like a weekly vent where you just get everything off your chest that you have been feeling weird about or you want to say something about. And it's kind of the time, not going to judge you, just get it off your chest.
because sometimes I'm not saying I do this, like I'm trying to work on it, and it's in the long distance, it's like tough too. But say we're talking, say I have something in my mind that I want to bring up. I won't bring it up until something maybe pisses me off a little. Then I bring it up in like a bad way, and she's not in the best mood. And then it's like if I'm in a bad mood and then it's horrible timing. Whether if we have this segmented time, I'm like, hey, we're free right now. Like you got to put the ego aside. And she gonna come at you for some stuff, saying like, "Man, you leave the toilet seat down, or up, and you wipe your cheeks and you don't flush it." No, not that one. Sorry, I meant you wipe your toilet. Takeout, Rick. Meant to say you wipe toilet paper.
No, I agree with that, but there's also two sides to that. Because if I'm venting about something that makes me feel uneasy, the person has to be receiving it in the right way and have an open mind. Because sometimes if you're talking to someone and they have a closed off mind, I feel like they'll get pissed off at what you're saying.
Yeah. But that's why you gotta both be able to put your ego aside, and it takes practice. And it takes practice to have an open mind and be like, "Yo, maybe I'm not a perfect person. Maybe I do make mistakes." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, practice. You know
But-
what they say.
Practice makes perfect, boys. Practice does make perfect in all areas. But dude, I know you want to. I know you want to ask this question to NCK too, because we talk about it. What does we can't? Well, we're in relationships, so what does NCK like in a girl? Like, what are some desirable
Yes,
traits,
yes.
or what are some desirable
A
attributes?
nice big pair of boots. I love when girls wear boots.
Oh, and there's a lot of big
Oh.
boots in Texas.
Yeah, big cowboy
Yes.
boots. Big
Oh, yeah.
cowboy boots.
No. But for real though, personality, it's cliche, but all right, let's just set the story straight and be honest. A lot of people say, "Oh, you don't like her because she has a personality because she's brunette."
Wait, sorry.
Whoa, chill, chill.
Ding, ding. Shots fired, boys.
No, a girl can be the most attractive looking. She can be a 10 on the look scale.
All right, go ahead.
A girl can be a 10 on the look scale, but if her personality is trash, automatically just boom, down. Drops down. Unattractive. Just such a turnoff. But what do I look for?
But then also at the same time, I think what you're trying to say is this: if they're a 10 personality, but you have to be somewhat attracted.
You
to them.
definitely have to be attracted
Yeah.
to him.
Like,
Attracted
you
to
gotta
him.
be, bro. Let's just be real here.
Like if you're not attracted to them in the first place, you probably never start talking to them to realize that they have a dope personality. And let's be honest, you want to be with someone you're attracted to. I mean, I'm not sugarcoating it.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't wanna be with
that's
someone
fine.
you're not
everyone that
attracted-
says
that just
like,
makes no
they're just trying to
No,
like,
yeah.
come on, you're just beat around the bush.
Yeah.
But let's hear. I want to see these attributes.
What do I look for?
Why am I saying attributes?
Like
I'm
your
not-
dream girl.
like-
Like the girl of your dreams right now.
Not attributes, bro. That's such a bad word. I'm talking about like
I don't
Traits,
got no,
traits.
traits.
I don't got no type.
Yeah.
Is the only thing that I like.
Yeah.
I definitely have a type.
dude.
Name that. Type.
The type,
Look at him trying to look. This is what he's trying to say right here. Look right here. Boom, 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 boom. All around
Bro,
town.
just say what you want to say, bro.
I have a preference in hair color.
Yeah,
and
what's the hair color?
blonde.
Okay, nothing's wrong with that. Eyes?
Nice blue eyes.
Blue eyes. Do you like natural blondes or girls that dye their hair blonde?
like super blonde.
Yeah, like platinum. You would know. A natural blonde, her eyebrows probably aren't brown. So you probably would know. Right? Is that correct?
I don't know. Are naturally blonde girls have blonde eyebrows? I don't know.
I don't think they're blonde. I don't know what they are. I've heard that
Like,
they're
if
not brown.
If there's a brunette.
They're lighter brown, not like dark brown, you know?
Yeah, I think so. But blonde hair, nice blue eyes, nice and
But petite? You like them petite?
probably smaller than me because
Well, if she's bigger than you, she's a big girl.
She's a linebacker, huh?
Down, blue, what do you do? Bro, you're a big guy. Like, you're 6'1", what, 195 pounds? Not saying there's a lot of girls that are bigger than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's mean.
Well, I mean, everybody.
That's mean, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about height-wise.
Yeah.
I was talking about height. Like, I think it's good that you're taller than the girl.
to each their own.
Yeah. Everybody has a preference. It's not like we're roasting anybody here. Like, everybody
Yeah.
likes a certain person.
It's just like girls saying, "Oh, I want the guy to be tall." It's
And
like,
I want him to have abs, and I want him to have muscles. You know.
But then if a guy says, "Oh man, I won't," you know. It's just
Oh,
like-
you only look because she has this?
No,
because
you know
no,
what
no. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying.
right.
We're just
Oh,
saying. Like,
right.
how can it go that way? You know, a girl can be like
He
this.
must have 6'3", chiseled, perfect.
I think you're
personality,
describing me,
everything.
bud. You're describing me.
All right, I'll get back into my
That's why I wanna
preferences.
go out with you
in-
one day.
I'll get back to my preferences in a
Take me to
second,
Hawaii.
but I have to talk about this because you just brought this up. It's crazy. It's crazy how girls can say, "Oh, I only date guys that are over 6 foot," and that's such a big thing nowadays. I feel like in culture, TikTok, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
Only
this is some
only
yeah.
dating guys that are
yeah.
taller, which the man has no input at all. They cannot change their height. I don't know if there's a surgery, but there's no way to change your
If
height.
Bud is 5 foot, he's 5 foot.
No, there's shoe insertions that can make him 5'1", 5'2".
All right, we're being real
We're talking
here.
inches here, bud.
We're being real here.
That's 2
Girls
inches.
love to say, I only talk to guys that are over 6 foot. They can't change that. But if a guy says,
This is tight. This is warm waters.
This is warm waters.
Controversial, but hey, we're being real. I mean, I'm in a relationship, so you're the open one. You say it.
Let me get to it. Let me talk. Okay? This is maybe a little controversial, but if we're looking at it factually, I don't think it's controversial at all. Girls say they only do guys over 6 foot, and then a guy says, I only talk to girls that are fit and in shape.
Mhm.
Girls get so pissed, so butthurt about it. But the thing is, girls can actually change their body if they work out, they go on a little jog, they work out and stuff. They can change their physical appearance to go from overweight to in shape, which is crazy that guys will get hate on for saying that, but girls can actually change it. But then girls will get no hate for roasting a guy's height, which they have
and they
no
go
effect
in.
on. They go in.
Dude, and not
That's
only
huge.
that is, it's not even about like being in shape, like the looks. It's about what goes behind that.
The mentality.
The mentality of someone that's like, yo, I'm gonna go do this, like a go-getter. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
like
it's attractive that someone is like doing something. You don't have to be like. I honestly think it's unattractive if a girl is like ripped 6-pack with like. It's like weird.
Yeah.
Like, I would say
Your preference.
preference, but like, you know what I mean? It's like an attractive mindset. Like, I'm gonna go, or like someone that has money is like, it's attractive because you know they worked hard for something.
It's the commitment, I think,
Yeah.
behind it. You know, as somebody that goes to the gym's hard to stay committed to. You guys just started going with me. I fell off for a little bit. And the first couple weeks, first month is hard. Because you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And, I mean,
But you know it's good for you.
you know it's good for you, yeah. But it's just like you're committed to something.
Seeing
That's,
someone that takes care of themselves and actually
That's the biggest thing.
kind of
yeah.
cares about
Yeah.
themselves, their body, and their appearance. Not that looks are everything. You should be confident and feel comfortable in your own skin. But sometimes it's good to be healthy. Let's not look past that. It's
That's
good to be
facts,
healthy.
too.
And
That's
there's
so true.
there's a lot of, I feel people get so butthurt about, oh, I don't want to say something to offend someone, but just it's key to be healthy. You'll feel better. You'll do better. You'll look better. Just everything better. Your
that
mental, it helps your mental. Honestly, working out more than my physical health, I feel like it helps my mental health more.
it
Like,
does.
you just feel you're in a good mindset when you're doing it. But back to my preferences.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, wow.
That was
But try to deter us from the preferences.
I brought it back. I am here to talk about it. Pretty much my preferences. I feel like I said them. Blonde, blue
Just
eyes.
pop up a picture. At this point, pop up like 10. Anyone.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad to have
So
a
if
type,
there's
though.
any single ladies out there listening and you have blonde hair, blue eyes, you're a petite woman, slide into NCK's DMs. Nick Ireland 99?
Nick Ireland 99.
Yeah.
That's my Instagram. Slide in there.
You have any like celebrity crushes or like any TikTok crushes that you kind of like or no? Well, he does. He just doesn't want to say. He can't say.
I don't know if I do. Like celebrity crushes.
Maybe not a celebrity crush.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I don't think you can talk about that one.
No, we're not talking about. There's I didn't feel like I can't even be in a relationship like I said though. Like I'm not at the point in my life
Yeah.
where I there's a lot I want to experience and I don't want to feel responsible for another person's feelings.
Mm.
I don't think
For like a long time, you think, or a couple
I don't
years?
know.
You
Just
don't know.
for where we're at right now on the road and stuff too. There's no. What am I gonna do? Meet a girl in Texas? We're moving to Arizona in a week. Am I gonna date a girl from Texas while we're in Arizona that I met for a week?
Well, if she has a big pair of boots.
Big boots.
big pair of boots, yeah, or yeah, nah, but for real, I don't think I'm at the point.
What do you have to say, bro? You've been quiet over there, Mr. Guy, Mr. Man. What do you have to say? Like, who do you like?
See, he's got the same taste as me, bro. It's not
Wow.
just me.
He's wise. He's a wise
So
man.
wise. with
You
his words.
you guys. Well, I guess you guys have girlfriends, so I don't know if I can ask that
I
question.
mean, you can.
My
you-
girlfriend is my type.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
gonna
My
that's
say.
girlfriend
great.
is exactly my type. I'm actually not even being
Great
sarcastic.
answer,
She
great
is,
answer,
she
great
is,
answer.
for sure.
Wow, me too. My girlfriend's. That's. Yeah, I don't have one.
Mhm.
You okay, bud?
Sometimes gets lonely.
Do you get in
Times.
your feels that we all have like girls and you're just chilling?
I get in my feels
Making
sometimes,
music.
bro.
Sad music that you make.
I be making music, and sometimes it'd be a little bit sad about girls. Sometimes
It's sad, guys. He's like under me. Hear him bumping music.
Well, clarify. Like, he's not under you when you guys are sleeping. Like, you're upstairs, and then
Like,
his
bruh,
room's
come
under.
my
on.
room's right below him.
Yeah, below me. But he's bumping music, rapping, making music. And I be hearing the lyrics and I'm like, bruh, man, this man is fighting demons some nights.
Bro, it's not all.
Yeah.
It's not all sad, and it's not all happy. But I feel like when I make music or when anyone makes music, it's almost like a therapeutic outlet.
I can see that.
And most times when people go into therapy, it's because they're like sad or something like that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like an outlet. So sometimes it might come off as, why am I only making sad music? But it's kind of a little outlet to get the sad out of me.
Yeah.
But it turns into a little song or something like that.
I mean, it's fire. It's relatable. I think the people like it.
There's definitely some happy ones too.
Gets the
coming.
people
I'm working
going,
on
you know?
too. Yeah, it gets
Gets provocative.
boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, man. I mean,
I don't know. I'm
relationships, bro. It's one of the toughest things.
I don't know how I'm feeling.
Dude, NCK is getting a little sad. I'm going to have to cut it there.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to cut it there.
Honestly.
NCK is getting sad.
I wasn't even talking about relationships. I was talking about something completely different.
I don't know,
What?
bro. You're looking a little teary-eyed over there.
Bro, all right, guys.
Yeah.
Episode 6, pretty much all about relationships, life advice. And yeah, man, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. Comment down below what we should name Mr. Guy. And if you're listening on Spotify, shout out to you guys. We also have a clips channel too, where we highlight the dopest, coolest clips from the podcast. Signing out. What do you got to say, Mr. Man? Dude, you got to talk. You got to talk if you're going to be on the podcast. Dude, show them what's up. Show them what's up, NCK. Show them what's up.
Oh.